Hi, I'm Ed Edmunds, and you're watching Groovey.TV.
And I'm Marsha Edmunds, watching Groovey.TV.
Ha!
Awesome, thank you so much.
Groovy.
Hey, this is Groovey. I'm at Distortions Unlimited with Ed and Marsha here in Greeley, Colorado. How's it going?
It is going good. Very busy, but good.
I know you guys have been huge long day. Huge.
Always.
How are you hanging in there?
Kind of tired. We're getting ready for a trade show at Houston
Yeah.
Really, when's this?
next week.
Wow.
We are sculpting this week, trade shows next week.
Yeah. You know that thing on TV when it's like we got a week to get ready?
Uh-huh.
That's true. Now, sometimes we get a few things done ahead of time. We had no time. We had to get a truck out. The truck left Friday. The place was a disaster. We cleaned the studio on Saturday, and we started Sunday with Mikey and Lee came in, and so it's been nonstop.
That's funny because I always wonder if that's sort of like a device. You're always under the gun, but
It isn't, because we're usually so busy that we just can't afford to pull away, but then we have to get ready for the trade show. Now, I will say this, and that is, Warm Springs wants to film everything. They want to see it happen. So some of that is actually, well, we got to wait because they want to see it, and then they're here a week before the show, and then we leave right after the truck ships. We're going to leave like in a day or two after that for the show.
Wow.
So it's real, but it's partially their fault.
Well, right. Normally we would have started earlier.
Yeah,
obviously.
like a week and a half instead of a week, something like that.
now has the TV show changed? In Greeley, like when you go to the grocery store, people are like, oh.
No, we're still able to travel pretty anonymously. Occasionally people recognize us, and that's fun, And, kid will come up in the grocery store and it's like, can you sign my shirt? And I'm like, is your mom? He's got a magic marker. It's like, where'd you get that magic marker off the shelf? And it's like, are you going to get in trouble? Oh, no. So, okay. But yeah, that's actually kind of fun. It's at the level that it's fun. Now, if you're Sylvester Stallone, I'm sure it's extremely irritating.
Right.
But at our level, we enjoy the fans, and it's kind of like you have this bizarre relationship with a person you've never met. They know you kind of, not really, but they kind of know you. You don't know them, but they have this look in their eyes like, I don't know how to explain it, but I can tell when they've seen the show. Like when people come and Janine brings them in, I can tell instantly if they've seen the show because they've been tricked by Hollywood. And Hollywood, now you see the real thing. It's just like, okay, we make monsters, but it's just a big mess and everything. Well, if they watch the show, they think it's magical, and they think that you must be something. Well, none of those things are true, and it's just fun to see the twinkle in their eyes. That's him. That's the guy. It's like, I'm just a guy, I'm just a goofy one at that. But yeah, it's fun.
Now, I've actually been a fan for a while. We were talking about the first Brutal Planet you guys did. And, saw your stuff in Fangoria forever, and all that kind of stuff. So, huge fan. Like as an artist, I mean, how do you challenge yourself to become more like the ideas you have? And because you guys have created some awesome stuff over the years.
That's
Well
a great
then,
question.
I think the reason that question is good is because I would like to say, well, we sit in a dark room and we just really what it is we're like, what will sell? What's the next thing that nobody's thought of? And that is way hard. Now, once you come out with it, everybody, well, of course, an electric chair, But when we came out with that, we had no idea. I mean, we thought, well, it's kind of cool. Maybe we'll sell 6 or something because it's ridiculously expensive. The industry had never seen anything that expensive. We come out with it. We sell 200 in the first year after releasing that thing, and really, it changed us and it changed the industry because suddenly they realized, well, if we spend money, then crowds show up, and it changed it kind of from a charity low budget thing to kind of big business.
Yeah, it's pretty massive for sure.
Yeah, the industry is fun now. I mean, they've got some haunted houses. I mean, that they've spent millions on. I mean, literally millions of dollars. We had one room we figured was a $40,000 room when we did Brutal Planet, the Queen room with all the stuff in it. But
I remember it.
Yeah.
But also a lot of ideas just come from our customers.
Yeah.
A
Really?
tremendous amount, right?
Yeah.
Just we try to listen to them, what they're looking for, what they want, and so things come that way, or from other artists, and also our crew here. They come up with a lot of ideas. And
Yeah, like that bum over there. He comes up with lots of ideas.
Hi, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Landon, walking, speaking.
And there's another one. In fact, that guy right there I stole from today. I stole his baby idea, and it was he.
Did he make the
I'm
baby?
hoping it was going to fail miserably, and I'm looking at it going, all right,
Yeah,
let's create a competition for myself.
dude, you said okay on camera, but it's gonna be so different. It's not even close, but it worked, and I really didn't think it
I
would
love
work.
your newborn baby.
Thank you.
No, I told
Congratulations.
Landon, that is the creepiest. I have never made a monster that creepy. That thing is creepy. I didn't notice the blood till he brought
Yeah,
it
I
in
like
today.
the blood.
That,
Good
It
job.
just came out.
It just came out.
yeah. Oh,
I'm even used to your babies by now. It creeped me the hell out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, who would have thought that babies and newborns would be a monster? But that thing's a monster. And
It's
those,
contextual. I mean, you take it out of...
you take it where it's supposed to be little,
Yeah.
and you put it on an adult, and suddenly it's that. I mean, if you were in a dark alley and that thing came out of the shadows, oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, that's much creepier than Jason. Or you know what? He's going to chase you with a knife. You know how to handle that baby. You don't know what he's going to do.
Have you seen it on...
Strangle you with an umbilical cord or something.
Oh, get it.
I'll wear it for you
Yeah,
guys.
wear it.
What's that?
I'll wear it for you guys later.
Yeah, I haven't seen it on.
You need to wear it on camera.
I know. That's what I should have done.
You should have walked in, but that's okay because at some point we'll bring you in to show you what happened, and you could put it on, compare.
You put it on.
I'll put it on. I don't care.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right on.
Fantastic.
Screwed up the interview.
No, that was
you're doing
badass.
well. I'm glad you were there. So anyway, where were we?
All right. So, what are you working on now that we can talk about that's not top secret?
Can we talk about all this stuff?
Anything that's going to Houston.
Okay, yeah, because it'll be public, but right away. So we are doing. Mikey over there is working on this mean, nasty pit bull, and it's really come along nicely. Jordu was working on an asylum girl, and he had a little bit of a meltdown when it fell, so he's not wanting to work on that. He did an alien. Oh, man.
Gorgeous
Don't you
alien.
love that
Yeah,
alien?
it's a
a
dead alien.
dying alien or a
Dying,
dead alien,
yeah.
and it's, I'll tell you, that
Very
man is amazing. He did, like in 2 minutes, he sculpted this little thing this big, and it's like, Marsha and I had a little different vision for this alien. Out the window that went. So,
Wow.
yeah, and he sculpted that, and we did. We're working on Candyman. We did a new little gargoyle statue.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
This is all, stuff for the retail market.
Yeah.
So we do our big haunted house stuff next month for Transworld in March.
Really? Okay.
Right. So right now we're creating things that maybe retail for $300 or less, something like that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and also we did a Norman Bates type character and a mother type character. I mean, totally different than the movie, but that kind of vibe. We had to can the little girl. Unfortunately, we canned the
giant
witch.
heads. You're doing
Oh,
giant
the giant heads. Did you see those?
You and
I
Jordu.
did not see the
Well,
heads.
that's what Len and I were talking about. Jordu is doing an alien, and I'm doing a baby, and I didn't know what to do, but that baby struck me today, and it's like, wow, if I could do that. But these heads are ridiculous. Well, I'll show you one.
Okay. Let's see it. We'll have the standard intermission music.
Yes. Station identification. So, this is what they are. Now, Ryan found this thing on the internet. And this, of course, this is not Distortions. But the premise is you get big with air. This weighs almost nothing. And then we can just put a latex mask over this, and so the weight is very light, but this is your support structure. Even foam would be too heavy to have something this big. So that, as I'm looking at these sculptures, I think that has some pretty darn good potential. We'll see. You never know till you get it out there. You get it out there, you think you got something cool, and the public's like, you know, but you never know. But we're very hopeful for that line.
That's badass. Now, speaking of like the crew you're working with and stuff, how did you choose the artists to be on your team?
Well, they're probably the only
talented.
people that are willing to suffer like that. Wouldn't you say? Mikey, we picked Mikey because he's extremely talented. He's very friendly. He's a little bit of a conspiracy nut like me. That's part of why I like him. And what's the other reason?
How did we first find you, Mikey?
Tattoos are so cool. Monster tattoos.
How did we find you?
Oh, you called Jordu and he couldn't make it out.
That's right.
So he said, I'm going to send this guy, Mikey, and I think Ed was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But then when I came out, you were kind of like,
Yeah, we like working with you.
this guy's okay.
But I think it was the conspiracy thing. Then you were like, wait a minute, I kind of like this guy.
This dude's smart. That wasn't it for Marsha.
that
Your
was
talent
not it
was,
whatsoever.
you could have been terrible, and I still want you out here. Because when you're a conspiracy nut, nobody loves you. But anyway, Mikey is extremely talented, extremely fun to have out, and he's very good on camera. The Warm Springs loves him. Landon's very talented, and he's local, and in fact, we weren't even going to have him up, but we were getting behind schedule, and he was able to come in for a couple of days. I think he was coming up to do karaoke with you tonight, right? So,
hang out, and then it all worked out.
Yeah.
oh, it was fabulous, and phenomenal. Well, you saw his babies. I mean, phenomenal. And then Lee is actually a sculptor that we used to have years ago. 10 years ago, we hired him for like 10 months, which is the longest we'd ever hired a sculptor. And he is a tremendous talent. Lee is just really, really good, really, really accurate. And he's resculpting some things he did for us that didn't work out before. So that's the crew that we've had in this
So
week.
everybody that sculpts for us has to be fast.
I've noticed.
Well,
Very fast.
and friendly.
And talented, yeah.
and funny. Yeah, we don't just really
it's
like.
okay. No funny
Oh,
is all
I
right.
guess they could be. If they were really good sculptors, we'd let blend people come in. But it's so much more fun to because it's so stressful and so busy. If you're not having any fun, it's like like if you get prima donnas in or crabby people in, or
But speed is key.
yeah, well, I didn't mention speed. That is really key, and Mikey's very fast. Mikey, Jordu, Lee, they're all very fast.
That's what I've noticed, like, because you're under some severe deadlines with this stuff, so it has to be done. That has to be the hardest part of the business end of it, is just making those deadlines.
Yeah, I don't like it. Do you like it?
It'd be nice not to, yeah.
Yeah. But we're always like busy and crazy, and it would be nice to live a more normal life, and but it's the life we've chosen.
Yeah, I don't think you guys would enjoy it.
This is like that, I think,
Yeah.
all the way,
Yeah. Whether you're
Well,
making.
and Halloween.
Yeah.
If you're in music or art or whatever, it's
Yeah.
all kind of, projects, just feast or famine, and when you're in a project, you just have to get it done, so.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, I know you guys have had a long day. You've been going for a long time, but here's the survey question we've asked everyone so far. Give me some of your favorite horror movies.
Well, horror. I think my favorite is Exorcist. That thing scared me when I was a teenager, and I don't think I've got over it. And I thought it was immensely creative. And plus, from my worldview, it's dealing with a real subject, and so and that girl was based on 3 real kids, and especially a boy in New York, and so those events were documented and things. So I think that was part of the creep factory, is the dabbling in reality. So
Yeah, actually, favorite is Exorcist, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, too, yeah.
but I'm an old guy, so I'm a sucker for Alien.
Actually, everyone here said Exorcist. They're
No.
Yeah, they were
Really?
top 5.
You? Really?
I'm going to Exorcist, but
As far as favorite?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of
I mean,
my
it's-
favorites, definitely.
Yeah, one of the,
It's hard to narrow it down to one.
How
right.
about Alien? Did you like Alien?
I love Alien.
Yeah, that was a landmark film. There's certain films you can go down. Star Wars, it was amazing. There was films before that certainly Planet of the Apes was amazing. Now I don't know if you'd really call that a
No.
horror film. Certainly sci-fi, but and as far as TV, Outer Limits was absolutely amazing. But those kind of things influenced me, and I leaned towards science fiction more. And the original masts were all aliens, almost all aliens. And what else you got? What else you like?
Oh, did you want more?
But wait, there's
all I
more.
got.
Ginsu
I mean,
knives,
of
if you order
course-
now.
Of course, I love Army of Darkness and things like that.
Oh,
I
Army
mean,
of
you know,
Darkness.
You
Oh,
know,
that's
just
so
stuff
good.
like that. I love that.
That's- You could call it horror, but it is so
Yeah.
much comedy. I mean, the horror is in there
It is.
just for comic something. That's one of the best movies of its kind ever. It may be the best movie of comedy horror I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness. That is an amazing movie.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree. I think it's the perfect horror comedy ever.
Yeah. I can't think of a better one, but
All right, one last question.
yeah.
You gonna get your beard dyed purple?
You know, I am pretty darn sure Lisa Tanzer would not go for that. In fact, she didn't say a thing this year. This year I let my hair grow a little longer. I thought I was looking at the show and I'm like, you know, my hair's cut off and it was longer, but it was like I'm going to go for the mad scientist look this year. So that's the thing. Now, I wanted to dye my hair blue in high school, but I knew that I would probably get beat up because I already had the longest hair in school anyway. And I don't know, kids are funny that way. But anyway, I never had the nerve to do that. And I think Lisa would veto that immediately. I'm shocked she didn't say anything about it's in contract. They can control our hairstyles. Yeah. And she told me last year, I walked in the door and it was pretty long and she said, that's your haircut for the rest of the year. You can't change it. Because they want to be like if I'm walking the studio and they filmed it in the winter, they might want to use it for a clip in the summer. And so they don't want me changing. So in fact, I have to wear the same gray shirt. You'll see this year I'll be in the same gray shirt for the whole year because they want to intersperse, little things like walking and stuff. But
Did you go out and buy like 10 gray shirts?
I haven't bought 10 yet, but I am going to buy a bunch, and I've found the shirt I want, and hopefully she won't mind because it's going to change a little, but it's a nice kind of charcoal gray shirt. That's what I'm going to go with because for the whole year it's got to look pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time.
you. Nice to
meet you.
Huge
Yeah.
huge honor for me.
Don't
Thank
be
you.
honored.
Thank you.
No,
I've been a
we're
huge
just-
fan for.
We're just country folk here. Yeah, Greeley, Colorado.
Much success to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
this
you.
is cool.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
This is Groovy. This is Ed Marsha, Distortions Unlimited, Greeley, Colorado. Rock on.